on me. Promise that you never be lonely.
What's going on, y'all? Jay Buddha Gardener here. I want to show y'all my new tree I just got. You know, I got at least 10 citrus trees. But this one right here I just ordered from Fast Growing Trees. So, y'all check it out. This right here is Clementine. It's a tangerine type orange. It's 5 feet tall, y'all. I got it right here for right now. I'm thinking about putting it in this pot, but I'm gonna let it strengthen up its root system a little more. Let it dry out some, so we can go ahead and get used to my environment. Now I'm in zone 8A in North Carolina. So trees here, the ones I got and I have for the last 2 years, they've been through winter time, and you know, they've come back. It's like this tree down here, this ponderosa lemon tree. This thing it turned woody, and it just pretty much like it was dead. But I cut all the dead branches off. Look at these mosquitoes. What y'all doing? Like right there in the last video, I'll show y'all I cut it back to the nub, and it had 2 little branches sticking out the side. They were like less than 1 inch tall and grew back. So I guess that's the deal. If you live in the zone 8A, I can't speak for other zones, but I know if you live in the zone 8A, if you got them outside, cover them up in the wintertime, or you're gonna have to cut them back to nubs. But yeah, this is the Clementine. It's a tangerine. It's 5 feet tall. So yeah, this is the new tree to the addition of the trees I got. I got Washington orange. I got the pink lemonade. I got the calamanda, and I got 2 of them. I got this one. I got the Lakeland Loquat, the ponderosa lemon, and the one way back there is the Eureka lemon tree. The Eureka lemon, like I told y'all, these in the wintertime, if you get below 30, they're probably gonna wood up on you. But you know, my thing is I'm gonna just cover them up, and they'll be all right. I experimented with the first 2 to see what was gonna happen. They went through 2 years, so, and they made it. Well, this their 2nd year, and they made it, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Let me give a big shout out to Supreme Family Gardener. You know, he always showing love on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I think more brothers out here should inspire each other to get out and do things like this. You know, I've been gardening for this is my 4th year now. I moved out from a rural area, and I moved to, you know, we had a house built here, and you know, it's more open here. I got almost 2 acres of land, so you know, I got into gardening. I wanted to be self-sufficient, and I wanted to be able to not make as many trips to the grocery store. My next move would be getting solar panels, and you know, I already got a water purification system, so it's just things y'all got to do. And when I say y'all, I mean y'all know who I'm talking to. My people don't take enough time to try to uplift and try to come together as one, so the Lord can heal our land and put us back to who we used to be. And that's why I said, let me give a shout out to my brother Supreme Family Gardener, because you know, that's all it takes is for somebody to keep sending you some inspiration, man, and the inspiration go a long way. You know, maybe I can inspire somebody else to get out and garden. You know, if I inspire them to get out here and do it. This is my potato patch, y'all. Remember I showed y'all this about a week ago? These things grow I mean, they grow without even being watered. And it's a store-bought potato. A store-bought potato. Growing like this. So don't make no excuses talking about, oh, I couldn't find potato seeds. I couldn't find a potato. You got plenty of them. Go look in your pantry. And these potatoes are turned into a bag. One potato will turn into a whole bag of potatoes. So you ain't got no excuse. Your only excuse is you didn't get out there and try. And even if you live in an apartment, you ain't got no excuse. As long as you got a porch, you got a balcony, don't you? Get you some grow bags. Put the stuff in a bag. This ain't the time for excuses. It's the time to inspire. It's the time to get back to who you were before you was dumbed down and before you had to go through things and think that your only way out was to always go to a Black Friday or be out here mixed up and caught up in the world. You got to come out of the world, people. And you got to get back to growing your own food. I hope that inspires somebody. Because that's why I do this. To inspire. I don't do this to just be seen. I don't want to be seen. Y'all know, like I said, I've been gardening for over 4 years. I don't start my channel just to be seen. I want to educate, and I want that to elevate in your mind so you can get out and try this stuff. You know, this is my peppers. I got plenty more coming. I got to finish out this row. This is why I re-tilled this up. The row I said I'm going to re-till up and then go all the way down with peppers. Now I got a hoop house here. The thing about this hoop house is in the winter, in the cold months, I can slap plastic over the top of it and I get all the food out of there. I can put black tarp on the ground. I can convert it to a greenhouse. So ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses to keep growing food. These are my tomatoes. And I got cucumbers in here too. You know? I got tomatoes for sauce. I got tomatoes for sandwiches. And I just got tomatoes for salads. So, you know, whatever your preference is, whatever it is you like to eat, grow it. You got no excuse. You got no excuse. We're supposed to be getting some rain here today, so the ground's still a little wet from yesterday, so that's all good. It was kind of warm here. The sun come right out over me. It's like I'm in the open. So when the sun come out, it come out. When it come out of the east, it's shining right down on me. That's why it dawned on me yesterday. My wife, she bought these solar lights, and she got them, you know, shining on the plants. And man, when them things came on, they was like car lights in the front yard. So I said to myself, I said, if they collected that little bit of light, that little bit of energy from like being outside for 2 hours, took them out the box, put them in the front yard for 2 hours, and they collected enough sunlight to run. I said, you know what? I can imagine if I had about 8 to 12 solar panels pumping out about 1,400 watts and a converter and maybe like 12 to 20 something batteries. Man, I could power my whole house for a day and a night, every single day. So that's my next move. Get me some solar panels. Because right now with this food crisis, the next thing there'll be is, you know, the power grid going down, or, you know, the power grid go down, then you can't drink the water because your lights is off. And you know, there's things you got to think about, y'all. I want to inspire y'all. I don't want to get out here and just talk to you and joke around with you, because this ain't the time for playing. This is the time for getting serious. And like I said, to my brother Supreme Gardener, man, God bless you, brother. Because we need more brothers like you. And we need more brothers like me to get out there and reach these people. Because people don't get inspired unless you daggone inspire them. And it's a shame. You know. You put something in the ground today, and then in a couple years or a couple months, like with the vegetables, in a couple months, you be pulling food out the ground. So Trying to inspire y'all, man. Trying to inspire y'all. Get out there and do it. Like these beans right here. Store-bought beans, y'all. I didn't go to no big box store. I didn't take y'all along on a ride. I didn't go in there and say, get these seeds, these the ones. I'm telling you, you ain't got to go to no big box store. Go to your bean aisle and, Walmart or wherever you shop at. Grab you a bag of dry beans. These are pinto beans. Out the store. My second year growing them. Pinto beans. And when you let your beans, when these plants go to start giving you beans, set one plant aside so it can produce you some seeds. Let the pods dry out, collect those seeds, and voila, there you go. You ain't got to go back to the store again. Same thing with okra. This is my okra. Okra go to seed, let one get big enough and dry out, collect the seeds. You ain't got to go back to the store buy no more okra seeds. Same thing with squash. I know a lot of people don't tell you that, but I'm going to tell you ahead of time. Don't be afraid to plant all your seeds, because you'll get them back. Okra, this is squash. My squash plants. Let them go to seed. Let one get big enough go to seed, or 2 or 3. Collect the seeds out of it. You got seeds for next year. In my case, I'm going to let, right at the end, I'm going to let as many as I can go to seed, so I can collect the seeds and have enough. Same thing with pole beans. I got pole beans right here, all the way down. Let them go. Let some of them dry out and go to seed after you collected what you need. Tomatoes the same way. Cucumbers. Ain't it what they tell you in Genesis? Every herb-bearing seed was inside itself. And the fruit, like the apples and stuff, they got the seed inside themselves. So the collards and the salads, they form a pod to make their seeds, because it's a herb. See, if you read the Bible, instead of letting people read it to you, you can get some understanding. That's what's wrong with a lot of my people. You don't get understanding because, for one, you don't fear the Lord, so he don't give you no understanding. And for two, you let somebody else teach to you and preach to you, when you should be out here learning this stuff on your own. You would think during a time right now that your knowledge would increase and you would be seeking the Most High. But instead, you're still running out here into the world. Don't get me wrong, you still might have to go out here into the world. But when you go out here, you got to be cautious and careful. And you got to have some understanding of what's going on. This food thing is only going to get worse. And you see the ones that suffer the most. It's our brothers and our sisters. The barbershops, the salons, the places in the flea market. The little spot in the mall where you was shining shoes or cleaning shoes, or you was selling jewelry or something. Now, you can't even open up. In North Carolina, they calling it phase 1, where essential business can open, but they can't run at max capacity. Do you know most of the non-essential businesses is the barbershops, the salons, the little booth you had set up at the flea market or the mall? That's non-essential. So you still got to go who knows how many more months. And you can't buy food when the money run out. The stimulus run out, the money run out. What you gonna do then, my brothers and my sisters? I'm trying to teach y'all something. I know I'm in about 13 minutes, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Your corn, you can let it dry out enough and you'll get corn seeds. Potatoes, after you pull the potatoes out the ground, set some to the side and regrow them next year. Stuff like chives and herbs, you can let that stuff keep going. It ain't gonna never die. Basil, it'll go to seed and reproduce itself. Peppers, let some of them go to seed. Not necessarily go to seed, but you can just pick them, take the seeds out and let them dry on a paper towel. Let me tell you, y'all listen to me as I'm going over this. Watermelon, take the seeds out of it, let them dry. Cantaloupe, take the seeds out of it, let it dry. Tomatoes, cut one open, lay it on a paper towel and let it dry. Then collect the seeds, put the seeds in a vacuum sealed bag or put them in a brown paper bag. Pinto beans. Let the pods dry out. As soon as they come off the thing, they ready to go. You don't pick them till their pods dried anyway. Because when the pods dry out, that means they ready. So whenever you get a dry pinto bean, you can put it right back in the ground or save it for the next year. Pole beans, like I got lima beans and I got the string bean. You got to let them go till they dry out if you want to collect the seed. Okra. Let one get big enough and let it dry out, or 2 or 3 or 10, however many you need. Squash. Same thing. Let it get big enough and go to seed. Zucchini, the same as squash. Collards back there in the back row. I'm telling y'all this so y'all know it. You ain't got to keep running out to these stores buying seeds. I know a lot of people don't tell y'all that, but I'm going to tell you. That's why I made this channel. I seen the error in a lot of other people's channels. They don't tell y'all this stuff. Like right here, look at these collards. You know, it's going all the way down this row, all the way to the end. What you do is, you let these, after they done their thing, in the wintertime, they coming back into the spring, they'll set a long little runner, several of them. And those end up turning into seed pods. It'll set like a yellow flower on it. Cabbage, the same way. Just let it go to seed. It'll give you your seeds back. This lettuce over here, this is, I think Simpson is the mixture lettuce. Let it go to seed. It'll give you seed back. Onions, I do the same thing, y'all. They go to seed, set a pod, and give you your seeds back. Strawberries, you can cut them back in the wintertime, just cover them up. But guess what? If you take a strawberry and let it dry out, the seed is within itself, just like the Bible said. The seed is within it. When you eating a strawberry, all the little specks on it, that's the seed. These are my apple trees. I know I done showed y'all this, but I know I got that one. That's a Red Delicious. Behind that one, a Red Delicious, Golden Delicious, and a peach tree. And across the back, those are all my berry bushes and, of course, my grapevine. Going this way, all citrus trees. And right here in the middle, I still got some yard. So don't think that you giving up your yard to, you know, you trying to have some celebrity yard with a pool in the back, or you trying to have a fancy yard with just green grass and you ain't got no food growing in it. Like I said, reach one and you can teach one. And like I said, shout out again to the Supreme Family Gardener. Brother, we need more like you. You know, get out here and inspire people. We need more like you. I ain't gonna sit out here and talk to y'all about random stuff. I'm telling y'all something that you need to know. And then when you come to my channel, that's what you're gonna get every time. You're gonna get a mindset from a man that's giving you some knowledge. I'm not gonna sit up here and be your buddy and your friend. I want to inspire you. And if I can't inspire you, then oh well. But you know, the only thing I do is reach one person, 2 people. And they can go out and spread that seed and reach 1 person, 2 people. And it'll continue to grow. But that's the way it's got to go. I'm about to sign off, y'all. Oh, I told y'all about the coin. But yeah, you don't have to keep buying seeds. And when it get that time, you know, I'm going to show y'all how to collect these seeds. So you don't be scared and tell me, well, I bought this pack of seeds, but I don't want to use them all. You need to plant every last one of them seeds in that pack. Don't you go holding on to them seeds. You'll get them right back. And that's what a lot of people fear is. They say, well, if I plant these seeds, I won't have none next year. What if the store don't got no seeds? How am I going to get seeds? How you going to get seeds is by taking what's in your garden and letting it go to seed. Like I told you, that's what Genesis tell you. And if you read, The Lord already gave you the playbook. But since most of y'all don't fear me, you don't have no understanding of what's going on. So that's gonna be my my revealing for the day to y'all. You know, I've tried to come on here at least once a week, give you a video. But this is the new tree, y'all. The Clementine orange. And we're gonna just leave it right here for now. Let it dry out some. And you know, I got it from Fast Growing Trees. Cause there's gonna be a time, y'all, you ain't better find this stuff. And as I get more into this thing, I'll show you how you can reproduce trees without even buying another tree. We ain't got there yet, but I'll show you when we get there, when it's time to bring it up. So yeah, get out there and buy you some trees. Get your trees ready. Whatever fruit you like, go ahead and get it. And we're gonna do this thing together, because the Bible tells you to look out for the fatherless, the widow, and the needy. And that's what we need to be doing. We need to be out here growing enough food to help the people around us. Because look at these times we're living in. These are some times to where you don't know what they're going to pull on you tomorrow. Like I said, I went to a food line here. And they told me I couldn't get number 1 pack of something. I said, well, are you serious? You know how discouraged I was? But I was already ahead of the game before everybody else. You know, I started buying bulks of food way back in December, because I seen what was coming down the pipe. And like I said, if you ain't got your eyes on, man, you ain't gonna know what's going on out here. And in order for you to get some understanding, I want you to pick up that book. It may look like a bunch of words, but if you read it enough and you ask the Lord to guide you, and you ask the Lord to put his spirit on you so you can get some understanding, then once you fear the Lord will start to show you things. Trust and believe in that. All right, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. It's J Blue the Gardener, man. Y'all keep growing, and don't give up, man. Grow more food.